In 1991, whenever me and Robin got married, I told her I'd go to church. And I told her, you know, as she said, as family we had to, and I told her I would, and I tried. We lived in West Virginia, we went. We go to Kentucky, I went. We came here, I tried to go, and I went on Sundays and I thought it was a waste of time. I didn't get what she got out of it. I would walk in, a few moments of singing, a few moments of what I called slow time, and get up and leave, and I just didn't get anything out of it. You know, people weren't receptive. I didn't feel like it was... I came to church and left, and nobody knew I was coming and going. She kept trying to... We had kids. She kept trying to get me to come. I'd come occasionally. I'd come in, I'd leave, and I'd say, there's nothing there for me. You know, people don't... I didn't get a hello. Very few handshakes. Nothing was there drawing me. And I don't know what year it was, but I had almost completely quit going. And Rob came home one day and was upset, and said, you know what, I think I need to find a new church. And so I knew it was important to her, and I knew she was upset, and I didn't want her to be upset, so I said, okay, I'll go with you, we'll go. And for the next several weeks, we went to different churches. And every week we came home, she knew it, and I knew it, that wasn't where we needed to be. And one Sunday we came home, and our kids looked at us and said, when are we going to go back to our church? And we both realized at that time that our roots had been planted. And so we decided to come back here, and we talked to you and felt like it reinforced it that this is where we need to be. And at that time I decided that I felt like it was kind of important. I back her up a little bit. The more I went, and things were different. I'd come on Sunday and I'd leave, and I'd actually listen to the sermon. It was amazing how many people shook my hand, told me they was glad that I was here. I had people inviting me to come to do other things, to be in small groups, and then I got invited to be to the men's softball, and there was more fellowship there, and just the next thing I know, I was involved with all this fellowship among men that there never used to be there. I used to come, and I tell Rob now, I didn't even know hardly any guys that went to the church, but now I do. And I noticed a difference in mine and Robin's relationship. I noticed how my kids noticed that I was a part of church, and I realized that how important it was to them. And it just, every year it just has gotten, my relationship with the church has gotten stronger. I love it here. I couldn't imagine missing a Sunday. I know a couple years ago I knew I was being called to do something, and it just so happened the trustee position came open, and I've thoroughly enjoyed it. And I feel like I get to give something, get to serve. I wish I could do even more. I help Rob as much as I can in the children's ministry, doing everything I can there. And, I think that maybe even in the future there's even more things coming. The more I do, the more I seem to want to do. I think right now there's an excitement in this church that I've never seen. There was an excitement last year. There was excitement a year before that, but this year's more than it was last year. Last year's more than it was the year before. And I see that excitement building, and I think it's a lot of things. I think more people are coming. I know more men I'm seeing more men here. There's more kids here for the kids. There's more women for the women. Everybody comes, and we just, I don't know, there's something going on here that it's just snowballing. And I think it's all because of everybody's wanting to reach more people. And I think that's so unlike it used to be. I personally don't think that years ago, whenever I would come, I wasn't trying to be reached, and I need to be reached, because it wasn't. I think it was August 2006 when I realized I need to be baptized. I wanted to surrender, and I wanted to be a part of this. And before then, when I used to come, I had nothing drawing me, and after we left and we came back, I felt more and more draw, and that draw was from the people in this church. The attitude was changing. I felt like people really, really wanted me to be here and to lead me the direction I need to be led. My name is Brian Resenbeck, and I do love my church.